Lador Vador presents Feast of Unleavened Bread and First Fruits. Welcome, brothers and sisters in Yeshua. We love you. What is the Feast of Unleavened Bread? Chag Hamatzot. The Feast of Unleavened Bread begins the evening after Passover begins and is a 7-day festival. Yeshua was crucified the morning of the 14th month of Aviv Nisan, first month of the biblical year. And unleavened bread began that evening, the evening of the 15th. Passover and unleavened bread are commonly regarded as a single 7-day festival called Passover. Commandment from Adonai. Exodus 12:15. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, but on the first day you shall remove leaven from your houses. For whoever eats anything leavened from the first day until the 7th day, that person shall be cut off from Israel. Okay, so what happened next? The day after the death of the firstborn of Egypt, the Israelites were required by Adonai to leave Egypt in haste. Exodus 12:34. So the people took their dough before it was leavened, and they baked the dough which they had brought out of Egypt into cakes of unleavened bread, for it had not become leavened since they were driven out of Egypt and could not delay. Exodus 12:34 and 39. What is the meaning behind the Feast of Unleavened Bread? It symbolizes the cleansing of our minds and hearts of sin such as lying, coveting what your friends have, stealing, rebellion against parents and against Elohim, etc. The Passover lamb was fulfilled by Yeshua's crucifixion. The focus of the fulfillment of Passover is the offering of Yeshua's body, the Lamb of God who takes away our sin. Nor are you to break any bone of it. Exodus 12:46. The focus of the fulfillment of unleavened bread is the sinlessness of the sacrificed Lamb of God, who committed no sin, nor was any deceit found in his mouth. 1 Peter 2:22. Hebrews 9:11 through 10:18 places the focus on the sinlessness of his blood. 1 Corinthians 5:7 tells us that we personally are to fulfill the Feast of Unleavened Bread by living holy lives. Clean out the old so that you may be a new lump of dough, just as you are in fact unleavened, purged of the guilt of sin at salvation. For Christ, our Passover, also has been sacrificed. What is the Feast of First Fruits? Chag Chabikurim. During the Feast of Unleavened Bread, there is always a Sabbath, Saturday. The day after the Sabbath, we are told to bring the first fruits of the harvest, which would be the first ripe barley in the field, and raise it as a wave offering. This is the Feast of First Fruits. Leviticus 23:10 says, "Speak to the children of Israel," that's us, "and say to them, when you come into the land which I give to you and reap its harvest, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest." 11. He shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted on your behalf. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Has first fruits been fulfilled? Its fulfillment is in the resurrection of Yeshua, who rose on the Feast of First Fruits. 1 Corinthians 15:20 says, "But now Christ has been raised from the dead, the first fruits of those who are asleep." There were resurrections before the resurrection of Yeshua, but they were all resurrections back to life in natural bodies, to die again. Yeshua was the first fruits in that he was the first to be resurrected with a glorified, immortal, heavenly body. First fruits implies that there are many more to follow, and we who are in Yeshua are among. The Omer, Leviticus 23:15. What does Omer mean in English? It means sheaf of wheat. The Omer, Hebrew Omer, is an ancient Israelite unit of dry measure used in the era of the temple in Jerusalem. It is used in the Bible as an ancient unit of volume for grains and dry commodities, and the Torah mentions as being equal to 1/10 of an ephah. The Omer, Leviticus 23:15. Feast of Weeks. And you shall count for yourselves from the day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering, which we learned is the Feast of First Fruits. 7 Sabbaths shall be completed. Verse 16. Count 50 days to the day after the seventh Sabbath. Then you shall offer a new grain offering to the Lord. Today we are counting our first week of the Omer. It's week 1. What did we learn today? Our Feast of Unleavened Bread lasts 7 days and begins Nisan 15. We need to clean our heart and mind from sin. The first fruits reminds us of Yeshua's resurrection. What does Omer mean? It means sheaf of wheat, and we need to count in total 7 weeks. What did we learn today? Never forget, you are a son and daughter of Elohim, a child of Adonai, and he loves you so much. He is waiting for you to have a friendship with him. Small group time. Spend some time in prayer and discuss with your family and friends what you learned today about the feasts of first fruits and unleavened bread and Passover, and tell your friends what Yeshua told you. Have a blessed day, and remember, Yeshua loves you.